there's something about a class of guys like that that we don't have today. Whatever they got up to, they had purpose. And I think that's what we've tried to create in this piece now, is that momentum and purpose. And I think we're close on it. This story and legacy of this piece, of the Peaky Blinders in Birmingham, has a resonance with the gallery and the public around there as well. And I think getting a chance to do this and make it really work for them and work for Birmingham with this great story, I think was a great start for us, a great challenge. And to really look and do the research of what was happening in them sort of periods of time, which I think is something nice to be, is that forefathers, that legacy of the culture of Birmingham and its industrial period with the bridges, the ironworks and the car industries, all them great industries they had. And still today, the heart of Birmingham is still a magical place, really. Still has a resonance through the people, and they're very proud of it. So to do something like this as our first figurative piece is a real, winner and a challenge for all of us to do. I don't know, there's just something with the whole story about it. It's a reality, or was a reality then. And for me, growing up and working in Coventry and Birmingham, spent a lot of time in both cities. That culture we always looked up to. If you got in trouble, the copper would clip you, then your dad would clip you. There was no getting away from it. Like, I was going to say, things today are very different, but then they were very real. And those guys, they led, and you had respect for them. And it's that respect that we had for everybody in them sort of generations that was just a given. You didn't mess around with these guys, and the guys that went to work, rolled their sleeves up and got stuck into work. There was never and I think from my culture growing up in the factories, on the shop floor as a labourer, working my way up to actually onto engineering all the way through Dunlop, teaches you something, because you learn from the boys. That's the best way to learn, because these guys roll their sleeves up and push you out the way and do your job better than you did. So you had that respect for the working classes, and I think that was just resonates through all factories then. And the things that we produce in art now, we're still using hand finished. These pieces are hand finished, hand chased, hand cast. Everything's still as it was then, and which is something that really resonates with me, because as a working class lad and a working class family, we produce something from that era, and the bronze in it is that legacy you're buying into. And I think that's magical, to be honest. That's something even I still think, when me and Ben are pouring that metal, it's got that core, that grounding feeling, that energy to create something that stands the test of time. It's as eternal as diamonds. I love it. Yeah, the nice thing about this piece, it's got assertiveness in it. They're on a mission. They're on a mission. You can see by their clenched fists, they're out to do something. What it is, I do not know. But the one thing is, you've got that nice movement in the feet. You've got real purpose. It's almost like the old firms, I suppose you could say, in the old days. And Birmingham had a lot of that history, where the lads would sort themselves out. They didn't need people to sort things out for them. And I think when we've captured this with the cap, you've got the guy leading forward. And even then, they dressed well. Even no matter what they were doing, they were always dressed well. They'd worked all day, worked for all week, and come the weekend, on come their coats, on come their hats, little blazers. The way they went, they looked smart. They always looked well dressed, with their Oxford shoes on, which we've got the little Oxfords on the cobblestones. And I think there's something about a class of guys like that that we don't have today. They dressed and they looked good, and they had a real purpose in what they were doing, I think, and whatever they got up to, they had purpose. And I think that's what we've tried to create in this piece now, is that momentum and purpose. And I think we're close on it.